Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So what's up in Japan? The Pokemon anime has finally arrived at the Pokemon League segment, which means we are getting close to the climax and the finale of the Pokemon Sun and Moon series as we approach the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield coming in just a few more months. The Pokemon League is always the most exciting time for the Pokemon anime, as we can all get our hopes up in finally seeing Ash win a Pokemon League title for the very first time, only to be disappointed year after year as he continues to fail no matter how OP they make his team appear to be. But this year just may be the year that things finally change, and that Ash may finally win his first title because there are actually quite a few signs that are hinting it. After all, this is the first official Alola Pokemon League happening in the first stadium that was built in Alola. First all-out Pokemon Battle Royale with over 150 trainers, so a lot of firsts for many things. But obviously this isn't what we're talking about. So the first hint happens in the opening song sequence, where we clearly see the Masked Royal and Incineroar facing against a small Pokemon, who most likely is Pikachu. In the introduction to the Alola Pokemon League, it was announced that only the winner to the league gets to hold an exhibition match against the Masked Royal, which means if Pikachu is really the one down there, then it is most likely that Ash is the one who won the Pokemon League and is able to battle against Masked Royal in this exhibition match. Ash also previously did travel back in time and happened to battle against a really young Professor Kukui, who later decided to fight as the Masked Royal. In this fight, Ash won, but he did mention that there's a chance they will fight again one day. Would they have foreshadowed this for nothing? I think not, but then again, this is the Pokemon anime, and it is Ash's destiny to lose in the Pokemon League. But will he finally beat his destiny? Let's go on. So far, they've completed the preliminaries where they held a 151 trainer battle royale to weed out the weak, leaving only 16 for the next round. And obviously all the main characters passed and went on to the next round, of course, and here are the matchups. Ash versus our branch chief, league favorite Alima versus Guzma, Hao versus Oak, Mallow versus Lana, Sophie versus Mina, Jessie versus James, which means only one of them can advance to the next round, Kiawe versus Acerola, and finally the most hyped matchup for the first round, and of course saved for the last, is Lily versus your favorite edgelord Gladion. And with the first 4 rounds already done, they actually made Ash's fight into a total gag fight, which was probably the shortest out of all 4 battles they showed in the latest episode. With so little screen time in the first round, you can definitely expect them to be saving plenty of screen time for Ash in the next few rounds, and you can definitely be expecting Ash to be advancing very deep into the following rounds. At this point, the more screen time you get probably means the higher chance that your character has been resolved in terms of their development, and so the higher chance for them to lose and be benched off for the remainder of the league. Guzma is probably one of the top contenders at the moment, with them solidifying his position as an important character to the Masked Royal, or Professor Kukui when they gave Guzma a flashback, showing us how when they were kids, Guzma and Kukui were students to Hala. And back then, Guzma just didn't agree with the island teachings and refused to use Z-Rings or Z-Crystals. He instead resolved to get strong without the need to rely on those things. And in his fight with Alima, who was the favorite to win it all, he was able to take out a Mega Evolved Kangaskhan by using high IQ strats, where he positioned his Scizor so that baby Kangaskhan was always right in between the mother and Scizor, thus making it very hard for the parent Kangaskhan to do any real damage. Looking at the current matchups, if we're able to get all the matchups that were probably foreshadowed at some point, Hao will definitely fight Ash at some point as he's the rival, and Gladion will also probably be the final opponent. Gladion even had a moment with Ash in the Battle Royale where they promised each other to not get beaten until they face each other in the league. Guzma also had several run-ins with Ash in the past, which caused them to punch a hole in the wall afterwards, so there's definitely a good chance we'll see that maybe even in the next round as they both have passed. So if all goes well, we'll see Ash fight Guzma next, Hao next, and Gladion last. And if the screenshot from the opening sequence is true, Ash will win the league and fight the Masked Royal to finish it off. Ash has never won a Pokemon League since the series came out over 20 years ago, but so have the Toronto Raptors never won a championship since the franchise started over 20 years ago, until this year, 2019. So this year just might be the year that we finally see Ash do the impossible and win it all. Anyways, which matchups do you want to see the most in the Alola League, and do you think Ash will finally win a Pokemon League? As usual, let me know down in the comments below. Thumbs up the video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.